Hello everyone, how are you? The books arrived today, so I just read this and I will make the unboxing now. Inner Divine Spirituality Books is a collection of the three books that were no English version, so the English version of three books in the same books. Selection for Citizenship of Kingdom of Heaven, Ecumenism, the Ancient Truth, now revealed, em response to the challenge Holy Quran, the Ten Suratas. Seleção para a cidadania do Reino dos Céus, Ecumenismo, a Antiga Verdade agora revelada, e resposta ao desafio do Alcorão Sagrado, as 10 Suratas. Now I will read some parts of about the collection. In the first book, I talk about my assumptions to the question about why we are here on Earth, the main object of life on Earth. In other words, it's like a guide to be a good person, the shape of selective process. In the second book, I talk about ecumenism and the similitudes between Abrahamic religion and other belief system, and also other topics like the concept of God, concept of eternal and primordial existence. So the other concepts are here, as you can see. In the third book, I made my response to the challenge of Holy Quran. In other terms, I made the 10 Suratas similar to the Quran, once without recurring to Allah. Since the title was too forged, I focused more on the quality of the teaching instead of the veracity of them. So I changed some complex to more simple to understand. This is an example. I will not read because you can see clearly. E versus this. So this contradicts this, but also I will explain here. So, as you can see, I think you can pause the video and read instead of I read. The first book, Explanation of Trends, the most coherent one that I can think. I use comparison to make it clear. But for me, the two books actually say the same message. It's not wise to believe in something that you can explain, actually. As every book is provided, the most important message is the lesson that we can learn from them. So it doesn't matter if it's true or it's false. What matters is we can learn. So read the book as advice that you can agree or disagree in part or entirely, because the most important thing about them is how they can improve your spirit, give you peace of mind, and awaken the divine. Most of my books are fantasy or stories, but I think the fantasy is more didactic. Selection for citizenships of Kingdom of God. Purpose of this book, edit, preliminary provisions. I already made an unbox for the multilingual version that doesn't have English. So this part here is the edit for the context. So the main part of the book is here. Study information in the school of God. Difference between the goodness of the beings of the planets, the goods of those who overcome trials on earth. A good being of the planets is one whose goodness results from non-contact with evil, since there is no evil in them, so it is not known whether the presence of the evil will affect the goodness of this being or not. The good being who overcome the trial of earth live with evil and knew how to choose good, so essential evil is living with it does not affect his goodness. Well, I can explain this book is connection to the Bible or the Earth Alpha and Universe of the Eternal. So in this universe, the Eternal arose for the non-existence and the essential evil. So there are good planets where doesn't have evil. There are planets of eternal, and there are also the planets of evil when evil empires or when it has evil, because the essential evil is already awake. And in the Bible, this universe, I talk about this story, how the universe unfolds. There, the priest of Staff of the Moon talks about the isolated planets, so pertains of this universe also. And in this universe, the eternal is on a planet, so in the center, so a kingdom of heaven, and the citizenships earned by a trial on Earth Beta. Earth Alpha is the first Earth created. The all race were the first, so the God Eternal created one planet for each race, except the animals who inhabit all the planets. So the Earth became a trial for the citizenships, because the citizenships of Kingdom of Heaven administrate the plans of evil, because the sense of evil trusting the Eternal, because the Eternal doesn't harm anyone. So administration. That's why there's need this contest, because a good being or the kingdom of heaven have the responsibility to administrate the planets of evil also. So it cannot be corrupt, the evil. So it's this in the student the school. School, you can study. There's a test, theoretical test. School when you learn, and the internship on Earth better. So this Earth better is not this Earth here, as the Earth of the eternal, universal eternal. It's connected. As these three books are connected, they also connect on the Bible or Earth Alpha and the Priest of the Staff of the Moon. How does evil act? The action of evil varies according to the object of attack. For some, it makes the seem pleasure, correct, fair, and beautiful, which is actually bad and unfair, like carnal desire, vice, etc. For other people, it discriminates against others for being different. And it can still try to drive the victim crazy with a lot of information on his brain, or even make your victim an injustice, carry feeling or loud vibration. That's more important. When a good person is a victim of injustice, carrying feelings or loud vibration, this awakes the evil inside her. Shortcuts act through bad feelings or loud vibrations. So that's why the purpose of this. A good being for the planet, when is victim of injustice, can awake the evil. So this being is better not to go to the internship. So this being aquí is the main purpose of the trial on earth. This being here, the good being who surpassed the evil. How to prevent the descend yourself from evil? One must fill the brain with good feelings or high vibration. High vibration like love, forgiveness, keep in sync tone with the celestial, resist temptation, or even avoid the possibility of being tempted. The occur determination on the necessary condition for the opportunity to be tempted to occur. So if you want to commit to what people call sin, you can avoid eliminate the possibility or create the sin. If you're not sure if you'll be honest in your job, don't accept the job. Are you curing the temptation? Actually, that's why there are many other examples, like here also have it. About the mission to fulfill. Every one of us has a mission on Earth better. So that's the main course. Each one has an important mission to carry out. Carry out is fulfill. I chose just to put explanation here, so get clear. Is he stay on Earth? Stay while you think on Earth. Remember, this Earth is Earth better from the Bible or the Earth Alpha and the Universal Eternal. And the Eternal provides all the necessary instruments for such mission. It's up to the candidate to discover and learn to use the resources given by the Eternal. How to stay good during periods on Earth? One must reject every low fall of feeling and fill with high falls and feelings. Even with blocked memory, you should be able to know the existence of major force, and there you are on Earth for a purpose. For that you had the help of the friends of the planets, friends you came from, planets of good, of course, and the course teacher who can help you in the permitted ways, such as inspiration and revision. The goal, life on Earth, you can read on the book, what was non-existence, a trillion being meaning, about the practical evaluation internship on Earth. Planet Earth presents endless possibilities to exercise the knowledge acquired in the school of the eternal. It is a battlefield between good and evil, unlike the planets of God, where there is not only good. So, sign by Central Universe from our side. Ecumenism, the ancient truth now revealed. Concept of God in Abrahamic religions, in pagan religions, eternal and primordial force. Abrahamic religion. It is confused with the concept of God. That is, the monotheist, his God is eternal and primordial existence. Pagan religions in general. Eternal and primordial existence is very different from the concept of God. A fall is also included in it. To further elucidate the question, the primordial existence, the source, the origin of everything, is unique will be primordial God who gave rise to the ions, emanations, and the other gods. That is if paganism, the minor gods are like employees of the company run and controlled by the great God, which I call here primordial force. Examples, primordial force, angels, gods, saints, you can read here. Everything is one and one is all. Purpose of religion, how the creative force emerge, how was the birth, then how it came to life. Let's go back to the communism, where evil came from. about the possessions and malignant possessions, obsessions and malignant possessions, the spiritual plane. In a micro sense, is what is in the heart of human being made reality. His desires were important to him, such as people he loves or loved. The goods attacked, but also the hates, anger, prejudice, fear, etc. In a macro sense, he read the angels, God, saints 12, both good and bad. Besides, of course, the souls of deceased. That is, one can leave the individual and enter the collective, as well as this being can enter the individual to help or torment based on vibration of the person. Here, another explanation here. Advice for the eternal creation. Some explanation about confusing message in the first place. Who looks at a woman with the intention of possessing her has already committed adultery in his heart. That's my phrase of the gospel, né? I try to explain. The human being, his creative power, by fault already acts. That is, the intention materializing the heart, and even if he does not remember, he practices adultery on the spiritual plane with the cup created by him or the desired person. So, fall and desire are also action. Actually, when you desire something, your brain make a picture of it in your imagination. So you just commit it by imagining or by dreaming. Spiritual plan. Anyone who hates a person commits murder against him. In addition to murders, commit suicide because two graves are dug and the souls get fate bound by hate. The only part when hatred disappears. Important. Do you think I came to bring peace? I came to bring the sword, son against father, father against son. You must fight and kill your brother to usurp the throne. The two senses are the same. The father and the brothers in this contest are the society to which we belong. Ye educate us with the often wrong values. One must take the sword of holiness and fight against these wrong values, which often usurp us from our rights. I came to fire the earth in a deeply wish that it burns. We will know the truth and it will free you. The truth is the same fire. When it burns, it frees the human beings from the bonds of evil, so there is command not to be lacking in the truth. Die on the cross and resurrect like Christ. It represents spiritual rebirth, where all evil has been dissolved. Human temple of the divine, or the divine spark. Human beings possess the seed of evil and the of good. It is up to each one to let choose which one he wishes to flourish. Symptom of the prophetic. So, one should not fear sleeping in the dark. Spiritual entities will only appear during sleep, so it will be very difficult to keep contact awake. If everything gets dark in the dream, just say in a tone of order, with firm conviction that it will accomplish. The false center. Let that be light. Then the light arises and fear disappears. The human being is the god of his micro-spiritual plane. So, in the world of dreams, you can control because it's your dream, not the dream of the spiritual force. So, response to the child is the Holy Quran. So, this passage is introduced. First Surata, the Eternal. So here, the Eternal said, I recognize myself, they recognize me. I never leave helpless those who discover the truth, for they call in light. For the natural the Eternal is only made known to those who are prepared. You were once told, obey God who was called the Lord of the army. So I'll tell you, the sense of good is the natural the Eternal. It is love, peace, and tranquility. He will never ask you to obey anything without explaining why. That is why the Eternal, despite his position of control over all existence, he is humble and wants to be accepted of your own free will. That is why, without pressure, imposition. Second Surata here. Third Surata. Fourth Surata, about no need of commandments. Here is good. So, the commandment is for people that are obstinate in obedience. You do not need commandments, for they are completely unnecessary for those who know they are not true or the eternal. I will enlighten you with my argument. When they say love God over all things, it actually means that one must let go of worldly things, earthly goods, and put the celestial kingdom and its things as top priority. The phrase, you shall have no other God, refers to not exchange celestial things and worldly things, no matter how valuable they may seem. Do not take the holy name in vain. Means that one should not appeal to the heavenly to solve superficial things like getting a job, relationship, etc. You should appeal to celestial beings to resolve problems with your spiritual, like getting more confident, so how to become more resistant to the evil, so that's way, spiritual things. Honor father and mother means valuing the person who loves you the most, not cause the unnecessary sorrow or dislike. Do not kill means that every life is precious, be a king or a beggar, or even a plant or animal. All have the same value because the Eternal dwells in everything and in all. Do not sin against castity, do not desire the wife for others. Meaning that of all carnal pleasures seem inviting and attractive at first glance, they are actually like a trap. That is, a trap with the sole purpose of making slaves and addicts so that you increasingly need the false pleasure, in clear allusion to the free sample of the drug given by the trafficker for them to try. Do not steal and not wish the things of others. Each thing has a sentimental value and a material value. Although thief, I think it's theft, the pronunciation, gain material value is losing sentimental. Something that has not been acquired honestly is worthless. Since the thing acquired honestly, even if it has no material value, it has great value because the true value is the sentimental. Suppose this, you understand that a follower of Eternal has the knowledge to discern between right and wrong, the just and the unjust, the allowed and the forbidden without the need of any comment or order, for it contains the divine flicker of the Eternal in his heart. Divine flicker, divine spark, something. First Surata, the essence of evil. Fifth Surata here. Sixth Surata, the Messiah. Seventh Surata, the Kingdom of Heaven. What to compare the Kingdom of Heaven? The Kingdom of Heaven is like fullness. It's always expanding, increase, even falls already complete, never diminished no matter how much is shared or divided. The Kingdom of Heaven must be born within your heart, for if you have it in your heart, wherever you are in this life, you'll be in the Kingdom of Heaven, so you always need just open your heart. The eternal abode, when you die, is the materialization of the Kingdom of Heaven, while this is the state of mind, Kingdom of Heaven state of mind, and inner peace. There is materialization of it. The eternal abode is materialization of the Kingdom of Heaven. So, happy from the one who understands. So, the one who understands are happy. By disincarnated, by dying, I think so. I put disincarnated, so don't put dying. The energy of the spiritual plane materializes the feelings that are in the heart of the same body, soul, the same body, or without the body. If has awakened and lived the Kingdom of Heaven on earth who it will materialize a paradise of love that may be connected or in some case not to the paradise of all. What can I try to say é que the Kingdom of Heaven materialize the paradise will be isolate only his paradise or be connected to the paradise of the others. To be connected or some case not. To all who awake the Kingdom on earth. So this place we give the name the eternal abode. The caution that must be taken with malignant feelings. So here you can learn all the book. Ninth Surat, I think. Surat 9. The spark of the eternal. 10th Surat, the true meaning of life. The true meaning of life is to teach just to choose good over evil, to overcome temptations and evil things, to appreciate heavenly things more than the worldly. The worldly is from the material world. To know that every creature is equal and deserving, that there is no discrimination unless the ultimate is to awake the Kingdom of Heaven in the heart and to live it on earth so the eternal body may materialize and disincarnate. Suffering may be something necessary for the evolution of the soul. The way to face it is what differentiates an evolved soul from the immaterial one. The evolved soul does not see suffering as something bad, but as the opportunity for growth and of being somehow better. A challenge which is determined to emerge a winner and enlighten others with example. Enlighten and inspire others. Moreover, life also serves to teach us to choose the right, the just, the honest, without needing commands or the prohibition penalties, etc. The soul that chooses to follow the eternal does not need commands and at the same time is considered more alive than the one who follows religion with commands. I think religion, but not only religions, but everything that has commands. People that have to do the good by your own without obligation. Since they obey by obligation, I remember, and they refrain from their wrong conduct, that they refrain from account for their own free will, that is the sense of justice of the eternal. So you have to refrain from the bad conduct for your own free will. Here about me, about the author. William is a phrase that dependent writer on Amazon KDP. The author has books in spirituality area, collection of prayers, fantasy romance, fantasy friendship, poetry, etc. You can check the blog here in divineconnect.blogspot.com. To view the excerpts of his books and also the video unbox them and many other interesting things. So here is the index. So is the part here. So the other books I didn't read yet, so You should wait a little more to get the unbox. And thanks for watching. Don't forget to check the blog innerdivineconnection.blogspot.com. And many thanks. So, this book is connection com a Bíblia da Terra Alfa e do Universo do Eterno. Is her English part. Multilingual, português, espanhol, francês, italiano, and English. So, this is a collection of the other books that didn't have English yet. So, this picture is beautiful. And you can check my LinkedIn, is my name. You can check my Amazon author page. And thanks for watching, and bye.